Hello Virgo, and welcome to my channel, Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, looking at your connection to the person that you are dealing with and needing to learn the most from right now. We're looking at all three sides of the connection, so we've got your energy toward it, their energy toward it, and the energy in between it. The concept being that there are three sides to every story, so we're looking at what's going on your side, what's going on their side, and then the unbiased kind of truth in between the connection. This middle section is really looking at what is the deeper purpose of the connection and the best way for you to move forward in order to align further with your higher self. As I do in all of my readings, I pulled the overall energy and clarified those messages, as well as the overall theme for the reading, which we'll jump into in just a second. But I still have a different tarot deck I will be pulling from for each side of this connection, as well as the advice deck that I will be using to close out the reading in the extended. Any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading with me is in the description box below. Last thing, please remember that these are general readings. They are not here to resonate fully for everyone, and they won't resonate fully for everyone. So do please remember to take what does resonate and helps your personal situation and leave what does not. On that note, the whole reading can be reversed. So if that's the case for you, that's totally fine and totally normal. Again, just take what helps, leave what doesn't. All right, Virgo, on your side of this connection, you have answers with the 10 of Wands here. So I definitely get the feeling, just based on this energy, that you're feeling it's like you don't know what to think or what to believe or what to do about this connection. Now, the 10 of Wands is this energy of being very burdened by it, feeling very weighed down. And the answers card to me is searching for, obviously, answers. But I feel like it's, how could someone do this, or why did this person do this, or why are they not choosing me, or why are they doing this? Like, it's a lot of trying to understand the other person and understand, them, instead of really looking at what this connection is trying to teach you, because I feel like there's a deeper purpose to this connection in some way that is trying to be brought to the surface. And the reason I say that is the overall theme for the reading is growth. So this is very much about your own personal growth journey, but on their side here, they have control with the King of Swords in reverse. So this King of Swords in reverse energy has always been very much like a manipulative kind of energy. I feel like this person is someone who very much needs control or requires control in their connections. And what that's going to look like is making sure that you don't get too close, making sure that they don't have to be too vulnerable, making sure that they don't have to really open themselves up to this so they don't get hurt, and in turn, I feel like that ended up really hurting you. Like their behavior coming from this place of control is what ended up hurting you. Now, in between the connection, you have protection with the 10 of Swords. So something very painful that you're dealing with, something very painful in this connection. It could be betrayal, abandonment, just this person's repeated behavior. And I feel as if the universe is trying to protect you, especially if this connection's in separation. I feel like the universe is very much trying to protect you from getting even more hurt in some way. So I feel like there's a lot going on here. We got a lot to unpack. So bear with me, because that's just the overall energy. So let's start, Virgo, with your side of this connection. You have answers with the 10 of Wands. This is for Virgo's side of the connection to the person they are dealing with. All right, this is Virgo's side of this connection, please. 9 of Swords. Oh my gosh, 5 of Coins. Oof. 3 of Swords, there's the 10 of Wands. And there you are, right there. Queen of Pentacles. Whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. This is heavy. This is some heavy, heavy energy. I mean, you're hurting, and I feel like you have been. This connection has brought up a lot of insecurity, anxiety, fears that you have about love, and I almost perfectly. It almost feels like this connection is mirrored back to you so many of your insecurities here. And part of the reason that I feel this connection was brought into your life was to bring a lot of this to the surface so they could ultimately be healed. But it's been a very painful process because there's something going on here. Because this is tough, right? This is tough, heavy energy. I feel like I'm dealing with someone who feels very betrayed or very abandoned or very hurt by this person's behavior in some way. Virgo side of this connection. The Justice in reverse. I mean, you got, for lack of a better term, real screwed over. Like, you got the short end of the stick here, Virgo. Like, there's a lack of justice here. Man, what the heck happened? I mean, I feel like it's almost like because the Justice in reverse is this energy of not getting what you deserve, but at the same time needing to understand the deeper purpose. Every message that has come through so far, there's been this indication that there's something deeper going on. So I feel like the goal for this reading is going to be to try to figure out what that is, because it's not so surface level. It might feel very surface level, like, oh, well, they did this and I feel like this, but it runs so much deeper than that. Virgo's side of the connection. I want the card to turn all the way around or hit the table. Virgo's side of this connection. Oh my gosh, okay. So you put a lot into this connection. So 8 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups, and then King and Queen of Cups, both in reverse here. So you put a lot into this connection. And I feel like it feels as if all of this work or effort that you've put into this connection, didn't matter. I don't know if this person ended up walking away. Someone walked away. There is a distance between this connection. Somebody walked away. I don't know if it was you because you felt like you had to, or if it was this person. But somebody walked away here, and you're struggling with that. Because, again, I feel like you put so much into this, and it feels as if it all amounted to nothing. You're like, what was the point of all that? That was a waste of time or a waste of energy. But, again, I promise I'm not going to say this with every message, but there's a reason. There's a reason this got attracted into your life. There's a deeper purpose. We're gonna get to the bottom of it, because it wouldn't keep coming out if there wasn't. Now, this is it's kind of similar to the King of Swords in reverse, and in terms of it being a very manipulative kind of energy, more emotionally manipulative as opposed to mentally. But I don't know. I feel like this person treated you pretty poorly. Maybe not the whole time, but certainly at the end. I don't know if you were blindsided by it or if there were signs that you kind of ignored. I don't know, but I want to know. All right. This person's energy toward Virgo. Oh, look at that. There's the King of Swords right there. So you could be dealing with an air sign. But we also saw that King and Queen of Cups. So it could be a water sign. But all right. This person's energy toward Virgo. What does Virgo need to know about this person's energy toward them? I want that to turn all the way around or hit the table? This person's energy, yeah, okay. Oh, 7 of Cups, Ace of Swords, Page of Cups in reverse, the Strength. Okay. I just want to start by saying this person doesn't know what they want. It's like I feel like they know they want love or friendship or connection. But I don't think they truly understand what that, because then they have the Page of Cups in reverse. So they want it, but they're not open to it. This is emotional unavailability. So they want love, but they're not open to receiving it, which is why I say I don't think this person really knows what they want. It's like they're closed off to it emotionally. And that's where the control starts to come out. They won't let you in. It's like this person is determined to do whatever they can to not let you in. Here. And I feel like that's what you spent so much time doing. With this 8 of Pentacles, is like you're trying to break down this wall and get through to this person, and you spent trying to show them how much you cared and how much you were willing to do for them, and then in the end, like, you kind of ended up getting screwed over. This person's energy toward Virgo. This person's energy toward Virgo, please. So freaking interesting. 10 of Cups right here. It's like they saw this potential. They saw what you were looking for in this connection. And then they totally pushed it away. It's like they saw what you, this person's confusing as hell, because it's like they're like, yeah, I want this. I want what this is. But then they're just like, this is uncomfortable and I don't know how to handle it, so I'm going to push it away. Even though I want it, but I'm going to push it away. So that's where the control comes out, because I feel like they want to keep you, they don't want to lose you, they don't want to lose the connection, but they also don't really want to commit, or they don't want to do the uncomfortable stuff that it takes to make a healthy connection work. So I don't know. But they definitely saw the same potential you did, and then, yeah, just totally pushed it away. 6 of Pentacles in reverse, didn't invest, like didn't reciprocate what you gave. This is a very emotionally closed off energy. This person's energy toward Virgo. Huh. Hang on. 4 of Pentacles in reverse. This person's energy toward Virgo. 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Eight of Wands and the 2 of Swords. So they are not very stable in their own life. Like, I don't know, it could be struggling financially. It doesn't have to be that. But it's like they pulled you into their chaos a little bit. They pulled you into their chaos. You know, these two are upright and these two are upside down, and it's like there's a mirror going on here. You know, this person are very much a mirror of each other in some way. It's like the way that they behave mirrors back your insecurities. But then at the same time, it's like you mirror their fears in some way. I don't exactly know, but I do definitely feel with this 4 of Pentacles in reverse, like it's like they've had the rug ripped out from underneath them before. And I don't know when this happened. That's why, like, my question was going to be, like, when was this? But I don't, and I feel like now, this could have even been, like, back in childhood. Like, they opened themselves up, you know, to trust and to love, and then ended up getting screwed over. And it's like, ever since that happened, their goal has been to, like, not let that happen again. So basically, they want to do whatever they can to not let someone in to allow them to hurt them. And in the end, that ended up hurting you here. Okay, so let's get more here. Virgo's side of this connection to the person they are dealing with. Oof, okay. So you have a heavy attachment going on to this person here, Virgo. So when things are good, they were pretty good. It felt good. But then when things were bad, like, they were bad. I feel like there were some intense ups and downs here. And I feel like this devil, you know, the devil card to me kind of represents toxicity, bad habits, you know, attachments to things that aren't really good for you. And the thing about the devil that's tricky is there are moments where things feel really good. So think about it to any other addiction. You are addicted for the good, the feelings of positive, or not even positive, I don't know if they're, but the good feelings, the good emotions associated. So much so that you're willing to wade through all of the bad and the way that it negatively impacts your life and the way that it negatively impacts you for those moments of good. And I feel as if that started to happen in this connection. You know, you were like, oh, but when they're nice, or when they're open, or when they're not pushing me away, like, things are really good. So you hold on to that because you feel like maybe if you keep investing and you keep showing up, that eventually it will be majority good, either again or finally, you know. So since that never happened, you started to really get in this habit of accepting a lot of bad in the connection, a lot of mistreatment, a lot of just not so good things, because you were waiting for those moments of good. But I don't know if the moments of good got fewer and far between, or like what happened. But yeah, so I feel like that's because Tower in reverse. What happened in this connection? It was inevitable. It was going to happen no matter what, because of the dynamic that existed here. Like, there's nothing you could have done to keep things from happening the way that they did. So what you're needing to look at is why was this attracted into my life? What is the lesson behind the experience here? Because there's a deeper purpose. And I feel like a lot of that, well, you know, I'm going to keep pulling because I feel like we're getting really close to uncovering that. This is Virgo's side of the connection. Now, literally, this middle section is the deeper purpose of the connection, but I feel like we tend to get a little bit more info on it. Page of Pentacles in reverse with a 6 of Swords. And then there's the 2 of Cups. And the Hangman in reverse. You held on to this for so long, Virgo. And I feel like you held on to it waiting for this person to be on your level. Emotionally, like their capacity to love. You're waiting for their capacity to love to match yours. And I feel what happened there is you started getting to this place of prioritizing your love for this person over your love for yourself. Because there's the Five of Wands. You were at war with yourself about, should I stay? Should I go? Should I keep investing? Should I give this another shot? Is this what's right for me? Like you were back and forth on it. But I feel like you continued to stay. Now, I'm not blaming you. I'm not saying you did anything wrong. But there is a reason for that. And I feel like the biggest reason was, it's like you felt that in order for you to be loved, it had to come from this person for some reason. I'm actually going to take this card. I feel like this best represents this message as a whole. So you're looking for answers, right? About like them. Why did they do this? What are they up to now? What, blah, blah, blah. The answers you need to be looking for are the ones about you. I've told this story quite a bit on my channel, and I always will, because I think that it's honestly part of the reason why I do these love readings. But I was in an emotionally abusive relationship for about 7 months a few years ago. And during my time in that relationship, I was actually completely aware that I was not being treated well. But I continued to stay and I continued to invest because a part of me was like, well, maybe if I just, keep loving and keep showing up in the best way I know how, like their behavior is going to change. And obviously that never happened until that person ended up leaving me and I was left going, what the hell? You were hurting me this whole time, and in the end, you ended up leaving, and now I'm left completely broken. And I spent a really long time blaming that person, psychoanalyzing them, trying to understand how someone could do that to another. Like, I literally spent all of my time trying to understand them, and I couldn't heal. I couldn't move on. It's like I was stuck in the pain that connection caused me. And I wasn't able to fully start to let that connection go until I looked into myself and started asking, okay, but why did I stay? And I'm not blaming myself. It's not saying how stupid of me. I had my reasons. I had my trauma. I had my insecurities, all the things that needed to be healed. But when I started asking, why did I believe that the treatment that I accepted so much of in that connection was as good as it could get for me? I literally thought that that's what I was deserving of, and that was as good as it would ever get for me in love. And I needed to dive into that. And when I started doing that, I started healing and I started growing, and then I started attracting the relationships that I now have into my life. But one of the things that I realized about that connection was that person was a direct reflection of my relationship with myself. And I feel like that's kind of what I'm gathering from this whole mirror thing is it's like the way that this person treats you is a reflection of how you believe you deserve to be treated, or how you're so used to being treated that you think that you have to accept it because that's just kind of, if you don't, like that's just what love is, or what's going on here. But the answers that you're looking for aren't about them. They're about you and what's going on below the surface that this connection is trying to bring forward for you. Virgo side of the connection. Because again, you have protection here. And I look back at that connection and I'm like, thank God that person ended up leaving me, because I don't know how long I would have stayed. I don't know how long I would have put up with that treatment. And I think, it's kind of a similar, I'm not saying it's the exact same story or anything like that, but I feel like it's kind of the same dynamic. You held on for the good, but you accepted so much bad until the connection inevitably ended. And now you're trying to understand why this person would treat you this way, or why they would do these things to you, when in your reality, there's this need to ask yourself, why would I allow myself to be treated this way? Why did I think that that's as good as it gets for me? And I'm not saying, again, you never want to add blame or shame to the situation. That doesn't help anything, but it does take your power back, because you stop saying, you stop trying to look at like why this person treated you this way, and you start looking at why you thought you deserved it, so that you can heal those things and you can stop accepting less than what you're truly, truly deserving of, which is so much more than this energy here. Okay, Virgo side of the connection. Yeah, because the Lover, there's that treatment. The same King of Swords in reverse. And this Lover's in reverse. This is like, it's like you believed that you were deserving of the way that they treated you. Now, maybe not consciously. Remember, 95% of our movements, choices, and decisions stem from our subconscious. Only 5% of the way we interact with our reality is actually conscious level thinking. So consciously, you might be like, I know I deserve better than this. But subconsciously, you might not truly believe you could have better. You might not believe that better exists for you, or that you're truly capable of experiencing better. So, you held on to the glimpses of good that you did see because you were like, well, what if this is as good as it gets for me? It's not, but the belief that it is what kept you hanging on for so long, which is natural and understandable, and there's no need to beat yourself up for that. But this person obviously has a lot more going on, the emotional unavailability, pushing you away, and you can understand that all day long. But until you start trying to understand why you were looking for love in someone who refused to give it to you in the capacity that you're truly deserving of, you're not going to be able to fully close out this cycle. Because understanding that is going to be the root of the cycle. Because you deserve so much more than how this person treated you, right? And you might know that, but do you really know that? Do you truly, truly know that? Because if you truly knew that, you wouldn't have stayed. And this is not me saying it's your fault, okay? But you can't control this person. You can't control what they do. You can't control the decisions that they make. We cannot control other people. And it's the best thing that I learned from that emotionally abusive relationship was that I could not change anybody. But what I could do is make sure that I was making the best decisions for myself, so I didn't let people like that back into my life, and I did. I created these standards for myself to say I'm never going to get treated like that again. I recognized the signs, I recognized the feelings, and there were times I had to set boundaries and distance myself from people. And every time I did that, it led me closer to the relationships I have now, and now I'm engaged to the love of my life. So trust me when I say I get it, but that it also gets better. I promise. But let's see. Okay, this person's energy toward Virgo. It's like lack accountability for the way they screwed you over. This person is solely focused on self-protection here. They're solely focused on what can I do to protect myself. And I think that's where you have to understand that we cannot take other people's actions personally. Yes, it feels personal. Of course it does. It's a personal relationship. But the way that other people treat us has so much more to do with them and with what they're dealing with than it has to do with us. But when we take on the burden of the responsibility of their decisions, we start creating this belief that however they act or however they treat us is a direct reflection of our value and our worth, which is not true. It might be a reflection of how much they value us, but people can only love, value, and care for other people to the extent they value themselves. So it's actually a reflection of how much they value themselves, which has nothing to do with us. But of course, it's not so easy to see. There are triggers involved, there's trauma involved, there's insecurities involved, and you're valid in all of those feelings. But the deep healing starts to happen when we take away this responsibility from somebody else to hurt us, and we put the responsibility in our hands to say, because our life and our relationships are a reflection of what we think we deserve. So ask yourself, why do I think this is as good as I deserve? Why do I think this is as good as it can get for me? Why do I believe that this is the kind of love that I am supposed to experience? Why don't I believe I can have a love that makes me feel safe and secure and supported and respected and loved and reciprocated and all the things that you're looking for in this person but continue not to receive? Because you do deserve those things, but why do you continue to accept what this person has to give if you deserve those things, right? So understanding that can help lead you, and those are the answers that I feel like you're ultimately looking for. You might not realize it, but you're searching for answers through this person, trying to understand them, why they would do this. And I get that. But they're not going to have the answers you're looking for, because the answers that you're looking for lie within why do you think you're deserving of the treatment that they provided. More on this person's energy toward Virgo. I say, you don't need the answers from them. And then I ask, well, what's this person dealing with? This person's energy toward Virgo. Ooh, 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 ooh. Judgment in reverse. This person's stuck in their own cycle. And so there's, oh my gosh, okay, Nine of Swords, there's the Devil. So they have their own insecurities. And I feel like that's part of the reason why they're so closed off, you know. They don't feel that they're deserving of love either, so they're going to push it away. You don't believe you're deserving of love, so you're going to chase it in them. It's natural and it happens. But what you need to understand is they've got their own little cycle going on here that doesn't have literally anything to do with you. The pushing away of the love that they, see the potential in, that's them. And there's nothing you can do about that. And I feel like that's why understanding them isn't going to heal you, because it's not really about them. It's about you. I feel like you bring up a lot of insecurities for this person. You make this person feel out of control. And they don't like that. So they do whatever they can to regain their control, and then that ends up hurting you. And I feel like that's where the real answers lie, is understanding more your side than theirs. Because you're not responsible for the burden of their healing. They are. You're responsible for the burden of your own healing. This person's energy toward Virgo, please. This person needs a bit of a wake-up call here. Four of Cups with the Hierophant in reverse. I feel like they're focusing on all the wrong things. It's interesting because I'm kind of looking at this imagery here. It's like they want love, right? And you're like this cup up here. The universe is like, here it is. Here's your Virgo. And they're like, no, I'm going to push it away. And the universe is like, but this is what you wanted. And they're like, no, I'm going to push it away. And then you're going, why am I not good enough? Why is this person not treating me better? Why are they not showing up for me? And it's like, this is them. This is 100% them. This is not you. So, their lack of accountability for kind of the way that they're doing things here is not a reflection of you. It's a reflection of them. The reason I'm so passionate about doing my readings this way is because I've been this person. I've been the one who chased, right? I've been the one who accepted poor treatment from people. But I've also been this person in relationships too. And I've been the person that was so afraid of letting people in that I wanted to be in relationships, but I would also equally push people away because I didn't know how. I hadn't done any kind of healing. I was completely emotionally unavailable. So understand that there's never any judgment in my readings, but I can tell you, having been this person, the harder I was chased, the more I pushed away. But the more that someone backed away and focused on themselves, the more that kind of triggered something in me. And so I'm not saying pull back so this person chases you. But what I am saying is, no matter what you do, it's not going to, this person isn't aligning with healthy love. So there's nothing you can do to make that happen until they do the healing. And that was the same thing for me in my life. Until I started to heal, when I finally got to a place of, understanding that I am deserving and I am lovable, that's when I stopped chasing love, and that's when I stopped running from it. Because I did a little bit of both in my life, sometimes in the same relationship. So understand that the reason that I talk so deeply about this deeper stuff and the deeper purposes is because there always is one. Our relationships are always a reflection of what we think we deserve. So when we can get kind of real with ourselves about what's really going on there, we can start to attract the relationships that we're ultimately looking for. In between the connection, you have protection with the 10 of Swords. Ooh. I'm going to hop on over to the extended. We're going to pull 9 different messages looking at the deeper purpose of the connection and the best way for you to move forward in order to align further with your higher self. Thank you so much, Virgo, as always, for your support of my channel. I do obviously hope that this reading helped and resonated with you in a way that you were needing today. And as always, Virgo, I wish you nothing but love and healing on your journey moving forward. All right, bye, Virgo.